It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and we're running it back with the two teams from Super Bowl 19. It's the Niners and the Fins, and it's coming up next on Madden NFL 25.
The address is 347 Don Shula Drive in honor of the legendary coach. The stadium is Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens, Florida. So good to have you with us, Mike Tirico and Greg Olsen. Greg, one of the joys of covering the league week in, week out, you watch guys grow and mature, and all of a sudden you turn around and look at the quarterbacks we have in this game. Now we're looking at guys who have arrived at that magic term, franchise quarterback.
Yeah, I think you just have to give a lot of credit, of course, to the player themselves, the work, the ability to invest in themselves to develop, but also in these organizations. They continue to surround these quarterbacks as they've gotten older with better talent, better systems, play to their strengths, maybe protect some of their weaknesses. That's what it takes to play at a high level at the quarterback for a long time in the NFL, and give credit to both these players and both these organizations. I think it's official. They have their quarterback of the future, and the future looks bright.
And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Dolphins come out on offense, and the lefty, Tua Tagovailoa. He led the NFL a year ago in passing yardage. Hard to believe this is season 5 already from Alabama. Greg, Tua, 26 years old, and his time is now.
One of the few southpaws we have playing quarterback in the NFL, Mike, and while he doesn't have one of the strongest arms, he makes up for it with great anticipation and pinpoint accuracy. So what it does, it allows him to throw very catchable balls. A lot of his receivers do a lot of the damage after the catch, and only time's going to tell how this one plays out. But when he's on his game, they're due for a lot of points. This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. In motion, it's Waddle. Off play action, it's Tua. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
He'll try and run it here. It's Achane. So, on 4th down, it's Jake Bailey to punt for the Dolphins. Ricky Pearsall deep for the Niners. And a fair catch is taken. It is just inside the 20-yard line. Here come the 49ers, and they are led by Brock Purdy. You know the story, taken last in the 2022 draft. The last 2 seasons, he has led the Niners deep in the playoffs. And it's his 3rd season, Greg, as the QB for San Francisco.
Mr. Irrelevant. Well, I think it's safe to say, Mike, he has been anything but irrelevant since arriving in the NFL, and he is living proof. It doesn't matter if you're drafted 1st overall, or in his case, with the very last pick. What does matter is what you do with the opportunity once it's given to you. Nothing real flashy about his game. He simply gets the job done, and that's exactly what his team is counting on him today over these next 60 minutes. Take a look at his eyes. You can see the quarterback clearly going through all of his progressions, and he's quick to realize there's nowhere to go with this ball. He makes the right decision and gets out of there, picks up some good yardage, and gets down in the ground.
So Kittle comes in motion. Purdy now on 2nd down. Gets this one into the hands of Jawan Jennings. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
And this is where the speed of your inside receivers are so critical. He lines up in the right slot. But Mike, look how far he covers to where he ended up receiving that ball. You can't have all day. Those defensive linemen, they are coming after your quarterback. So the speed in the slot is critical. That's a great example why.
And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Here's 2nd and 6. So Kittle comes in motion. One more time, it's Gorindo. And nothing cooking on that one. He'll be met and tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
This is what every defense in the league is shooting for, Mike. Negative plays. That's how you kill drives. Force teams to play from behind the sticks. Great job here, taking them down for a loss.
3rd down and 9. So Kittle comes in motion. Now a shot downfield for Samuel. And he will score. Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, 49ers. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
Now Jake Moody for the extra point. It's up and through. And the 49ers will take a 7-0 lead. So, following that touchdown, Moody is back out to kick it off. Here comes D. Eskridge on the return. And he's stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The Dolphins offense ready to get going with their 2nd possession. They were forced to punt the first time through. It led to a touchdown, so down 7-0 as they get the ball back for 1st and 10. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. In motion, it's Waddle. Play action. Tagovailoa. Sending it deep for Waddle. Travarius Ward able to get the hand in there and make the play.
You just can't defend a pass much better than that, Mike. And the way they teach these defenders is attack the receiver's hand with your hands. That's the catch point that you want to disrupt, and makes a really nice play on the ball, and he's able to knock it out of bounds.
In motion, it's Waddle. On play action, it's Tagovailoa. That's to the sideline and pulled in by Smith. What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? From the gun, here's Tua. And they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a sack.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sit and duck for this pass rush.
Here's Jake Bailey now. And he's on to punt for the 2nd time. in this opening quarter. But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. The Niners offense ready for their second possession. They lead 7-0 thanks to the touchdown on the opening drive. So try to double up here as they begin this drive 1st and 10. Purdy going to give this to Garendo. Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that first down. A good spot here. 2nd and a yard. Throwing from the gun is Purdy. That's complete to Pearsall. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
Really nice play here by Ricky Pearsall. And when you look around this 49ers offense, Mike, and you give Kyle Shanahan just one more weapon. A guy with elite hands, a polished route runner coming out of the college game in Florida. He just gives one more weapon to go in with Debo and Christian McCaffrey and George Kittle. I mean, this has the makings of one of the scarier offensive skill units in the entire NFL. And even though he's a young rookie, I think by year end, I think Pearsall is going to have a huge impact on the success of this 49ers offense.
A big hit with Purdy to Samuel. 38 yards.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
To throw is Purdy. And this is too far over the end line. It's incomplete.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
Line of scrimmage remains the 4-yard line. It's 2nd and goal. A play fake. Now it's Purdy. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Jawan Jennings. Touchdown, San Francisco. Greg, offensive coordinators script the start of the game. This script has read perfectly. What a great start for this offense.
It just seems like every play this offensive coordinator dials up is perfectly timed and then perfectly executed. They've been aggressive. They've been efficient right since the start of this one. And I'll tell you what, Mike, if they continue to build on this lead here early, it's going to be a long day for this defense.
On is Moody to add the extra point. The kick is good. And the 49ers will extend their first quarter lead. It's now 14-0. So, following that touchdown, Moody is back out to kick it off. Here's Eskridge now to return it. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Out comes Miami and the offense to get started on their next drive. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. start the drive on the ground, and here comes a reverse. And some good running there. He'll fall forward for about 7. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Tua gonna throw. He finds his tight end, that's Smythe. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 3, but that is good enough for a first down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before.
Pressure gets there, and down he goes.
They probably would have been better off just handing the ball off to the running back, Mike, because when they used him as a decoy, nobody fell for it. By the time he finished his fake and got his head around, the defense was all over him.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
Here's their punter now, as he's on to punt for Miami. And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. There's Deebo Samuel and the rest of this Niners offense set to take over again. And he's had an early impact on this game. Sensational start, and you know they're going to be looking his way more as this game goes on. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Purdy. First down throw there is incomplete. George Kittle was the intended target that time, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
Purdy now on 2nd down. Into space at the 45. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. It's been a busy first quarter for him so far. His 3rd catch goes for a first down.
To say this group has started strong here in the first quarter, Mike, might be a bit of an understatement. I mean, offensively, firing on all cylinders. Defensively, suffocating the opponent. The ability to complement each other on both sides of the ball and play at such a high level, they could have a little bit more breathing room here by the end of this drive.
On 1st and 10, Purdy. Throw downfield and pulled in by Samuel. And he will get into the end zone. Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, 49ers. That's 2 touchdowns for him now in this first quarter alone. What an opening quarter he is having. Greg, that is 2 touchdown receptions here in the first quarter.
Mike, all this guy has to do is keep this pace up, and he's going to have himself 8 touchdowns. But in all seriousness, if I'm this quarterback, I'm not looking anywhere else until this defense proves they have an answer. Because right now, They don't have one.
Moody now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the 49ers will stake themselves to a 21-0 lead. So, following that touchdown, Moody is back out to kick it off. Here's Eskridge now to return it. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The Dolphins offense headed back to take over once more. They are facing an uphill climb early. Begin this drive with 1st and 10. Hill brought in motion. They'll start on the ground. It's Achane. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Once again, it's Achane. And he'll get this to about the 36-yard line. Trey Greenlaw in on the tackle. Third down, 3 to go. Now former 49er, it's Raheem Mostert. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down by a couple of yards as they convert on 3rd and 3. A play fake. Now 2 and a throw. His throw on 1st down is going to be incomplete.
Well defended there. The quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend. So give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete.
Tua going to give it to Achane. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line.
This offense has to be thrilled, Mike, with the success they've had here on the ground in this opening quarter. Now as the rest of the game unfolds, everything in the game plan continues to open up.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. They send a receiver in motion left. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. They'll run this one straight ahead with Achane. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this 1st quarter. So they'll talk over what to do on this 3rd down play as we have hit the end of the 1st quarter. The Niners have the early advantage. And we're back to South Florida after this. Here comes 3rd and 6. Receiver in motion, headed left. Throwing on 3rd down, Tungo Vailoa. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively It'll set up a 4th down.
We're starting to see a lot of this on 3rd down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these 3rd down conversions. So you know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball. And in this case, it falls incomplete, brings up 4th down.
This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line. Brock Purdy and the NFC champs back out to begin this next drive. And he has done everything you could ask of him coming into this one. He spread it around, hasn't taken many chances, and potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. On the handoff, it's Garenda. And a good push defensively. They're going to get him down back at the 10.
Well, there hasn't been a whole lot for this crowd to be excited about on either side of the ball, but at least now the defense is trying to be that spark. Nice tackle for loss there. Can they do something to build upon to try to get this team going?
They'll go again with Garenda. He's up the sideline to the 25. Down the sideline, past the 40. Inside the 10. And they're not going to run him down. He goes all the way. 90 yards. Touchdown, San Francisco. Wow, one of those breathtaking plays, taking it the distance, going coast to coast. A long run pays off with a touchdown.
And Mike, what looks like a simple handoff, just trying to pick up some yards and get themselves out of the shadow of their own goalpost. He got through the initial wave, and he is gone. He takes it the length of the field for 6.
On is Moody to add the extra point. It's up and good. And the 49ers move out to a commanding 28-0 first half lead. So, following that touchdown, Moody is back out to kick it off. On the return, Malik Washington. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And they will finally track him down, but not before he takes this to the other side of midfield. The Dolphins offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They're in tremendous starting field position after the kick return. They start with 1st and 10. Up beyond midfield. Hill brought in motion. A run up the middle with Achan. And he'll get about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. They'll motion the tight end, Smith. A shotgun snap for Tua. That is complete to Craycraft. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
It's been a rough first half, but now as we approach halftime, Mike, you got to start getting some wins. And it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline, so as you go into halftime, you have something to build on.
In motion, it's Waddle. On 1st down, Tagovailoa. That's complete. It's Jalen Waddle. It's a pickup of 16 yards down to the 16.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes.
Here's a 2nd and 6. Now it's Tua. Now a screen set up for Achane. And the Dolphins are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And what really stands out about this drive is the ability of the quarterback to really spread the ball around to multiple targets. It puts so much pressure on the defense deciding who do they want to account for, because no matter who they try to take away, the quarterback's doing a nice job of finding the open man.
Here's Achane. And he'll go down back at the 4.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming, and he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
Now back at the 4 for 2nd and goal. Tagovailoa working out of the pistol. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Tua Tagovailoa. Touchdown, Miami. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
Jason Sanders on for the point after. He knocks it through. And the Dolphins are able to cut into the deficit. After the touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. So here's Brock Purdy, and this 49ers offense heading back onto the field. And he's had things all his way in the first half. Those numbers are sensational. He looks to add to him with another drive here. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Purdy. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
Well, this is a great example of the old saying, Mike, you never go broke taking a profit. And give credit to this quarterback. I know it's not the big explosive play he was looking for, but getting the ball into the hands of his running back allow him to pick up some extra yardage after the catch.
And he's going to get the 1st down. He is up past the 35-yard line.
I remember early in my career, Mike, this was only just starting to kind of become in vogue. Receivers would maybe get a few carries a year at most. Now, it's become commonplace throughout the NFL, and watching these results, I kind of get it. I wish we had gotten them involved as runners maybe a little bit sooner.
Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
On 2nd down, Purdy. He'll locate his tight end, George Kittle.
Well, we'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allowed the first down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the first down.
So, a pair of first downs moves him out to the 47-yard, and it's 1st and 10. Right back to Kittle. That's another one. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
And he'll fight forward for a couple of yards, but a flag is down, and the linemen are already walking back. That's on the 11-time Pro Bowler, Trent Williams. Throwing on 2nd down is Purdy. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down. Throwing again is Purdy. He finds his big receiver, that's Jennings. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Throwing again is Purdy. Right side, hauled in by Samuel. And he won't get away. Good open field tackle there to get him down behind the line.
The quick passing game in the NFL, Mike, is so dependent on yards after the catch. You got to generate space with the scheme, and then it's up to the receiver to do the rest. In this case, nice job defensively, because this guy couldn't even get back to the original line of scrimmage.
Back to the air is Purdy. His fullback releasing, and he's going to bring it in.
So I don't think his fullback was his primary option on that play, but a really nice job by the quarterback working quickly through his progression, getting the ball down to his big fullback, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
3rd and 5. Purdy going to put it up again. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
Udi's kick is good. And the 49ers will extend their lead.
I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
Moody comes back on the field after making the field goal. He's set to kick off. Washington now to return it. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Dolphins offense ready to take over once again. They'll try to get this a bit more respectable before the break. It has not been their half to this point. Let's see what they do on this drive. 1st down now. On the ground to start the drive, it's Achane. Love to start any drive like that. 18 on the first play. And a first down.
Well, really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first downs without having to get to third down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
On first down, here's Tagovailoa to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes. So give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete.
And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's fourth down.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. The 49ers offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And he's been a tough man to stop in this first half, putting up some big numbers already. And remember, we haven't even reached halftime yet. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun is Purdy. And he's going to be taken down as we hit the 2-minute warning here in this first half. Purdy now on second down. He'll go underneath here, the running back out of the backfield. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield.
And now you can see they're really getting in rhythm in this 2-minute drive. Now, after that last completion, Mike, they cross midfield. Now the mindset goes to, all right, we got to come away with some points. They've got a quarterback who's in complete control, and they got to see if they can finish this thing off.
Open man downfield is Kittle. That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same.
And I believe the referee was buzzed by the replay officials, indicating let's get a closer look at this. They trigger this automatically in the last 2 minutes of the half. So that is what you want. You know, sometimes it takes time, but they do get it right, and this call will stand. Here's Purdy again. He'll check this down to the running back. And he takes it down to the 15-yard line.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the second quarter.
That's taken in by Jennings. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Back to the air again is Purdy. Open man is Jennings. And this drive's going to continue. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 1st and goal for his team.
There's this misconception out there, Mike, that in the NFL, you have to run the same amount of run plays as you do pass plays. And as you're seeing in this drive, you can fall on one side of that coin a little bit more as long as you're able to remain effective and efficient. So far, they're passing.
A second effort, and he is in. Isaac Guerrero. Touchdown, San Francisco. His 2nd touchdown of this first half.
You know, we spent so much time talking about the heroics of a game-winning drive to end the fourth quarter in 2-minute mode. But let's talk about a 2-minute mode, Mike, at the end of the first half. It might not be in walk-off fashion, but I'll tell you what, executing that here going into halftime changes this entire game.
Moody now for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the 49ers add on to their already sizable lead. Four seconds still to be played in this half as that one's away. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. From the gun, here's Tua. Sending it deep for Waddle. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end.
Okay, Mike, thank you. More from you and Greg in a moment. But for now, welcome one and all to our EA Sports Halftime Report. We saw a fine performance in the first half from the former Mr. Irrelevant, Brock Purdy. He's over 300 yards passing already as he's looking to possibly put his name in the record book. The highlights from the first half, all one-sided. This one got out of hand early, and now you have to wonder how these teams will approach this second half, because this one's already close to being in the bag, if it's not already.
All right, Coach. Thank you. Two very different halftime speeches by these head coaches. That's for sure, as we get set for half number 2. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The 49ers offense and Brock Purdy headed back on the field for their next possession. And he's been as good as advertised. Take you through some of the highlights. 4 touchdown passes on point with his receivers right throughout and continuing to master running and executing this offense. Throwing on first down is Purdy. He'll find his tight end, Kittle, on the right side. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
What a luxury that certain teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do so much of his damage after the catch.
First and 10 for Purdy. There's that man again. Another catch. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. They face second down and 7. Here's Purdy. Going right back to Samuel. He's got it again. And he's not going to get away. They're going to bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now in that field, there's no mistaking who it is. And up until this point, this has been an incredibly efficient game from this quarterback. I mean, it's hard to think, here we are in the second half, and that's only his second incomplete pass. So finally, the defense is able to do something to disrupt his timing and finally try to get him out of this groove.
Oh, not the greatest punt there. This is going to hit and go out of bounds. Devon Achane ready to take the field with the rest of his Miami offensive teammates. They'll have a long field ahead of them as they start first and 10. Man in motion, heading left. They'll fake the handoff. Now, Tua. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
I like the idea of using the passing game to try to give your offense a little breathing room. You find yourself in the shadow of your own goalpost, Mike. Worst case scenario, you do not want to punt out of your own end zone. So I like the idea of trying to pick up some positive gains through the air. But they've got to come up with some completions and try to pick up at least one first down, or you're going to put your defense in a tough spot.
Now stoppage here for an injured player. That's Jalen Waddle, who's in some discomfort. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. Have to get this to the 20. Here's third down. They'll send him over to the left. Throwing on third down, Tungo Bailoa. And that is incomplete.
The most important stat, Mike, to determine wins and losses in the NFL is clearly turnover differential, your ability to protect the ball and on defense, take the ball away. And for any offense, that's even more critical when you have the ball on your side of the field.
A fair catch called for and taken out beyond the 45-yard line. Here's the San Francisco offense ready to take possession of the ball once more. And as we look back at some of the highlights of this one, Greg, definitely a lot to show from the passing game.
Yeah, and as good as the offense feels about their passing game, I think if you're on the defensive side of the ball, you've got a lot of learning to do because you just get burned time and time again. You'd think at some point you'd make an adjustment and make a correction. So at this point, they've given up 4 touchdown passes. You're just not going to win a lot of games in the NFL giving up that production in one phase of the game.
1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Purdy. The tackle is going to be made down at the 40-yard line.
Mike, think back to our conversation during the break. We've kind of both asked ourselves, are they content with this double-digit lead? Do they come out and play conservative here in the second half? Well, it took exactly one play to get our answer.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. On the ground, this is Patrick Taylor. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. Second down and 8. Out of the gun, here's Purdy. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
I know this play results in an incomplete pass, but I think this is a really good job by the quarterback. His clock was going off. He felt that rush. He had no immediate target to go to with the ball. Instead, throw it away. Don't take the sack. Live for another day.
Third down, Purdy. He'll try and get there on the ground. Give him 11 on the scramble and give them a new set of downs.
And that just can't happen. 3rd and long, just understand, contain the ball, rally tackle, just get the ball carrier on the ground. Not only not able to get to him inside the pocket, he's able to extend the play with his legs and pick up a huge, long 1st down.
1st and 10. Purdy. He gets it to Samuel, left side. Second down and 3. Purdy to throw. Samuel has it working in the middle. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a 1st down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
He pulls it in around the 5. And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. Second and a yard. So Kittle comes in motion. And it doesn't appear that he got to that 1st down marker. They'll only give him a yard, so it'll set up 3rd down. Taylor going to try to pull his way in. And this one ruined quickly. Take him back to the 5-yard line.
This is one of those down and distances where the offense really could either run or pass, but give credit to the defense. They sold out to stop the run, and boy, were they right. They take them down for a loss.
So Jake Moody now out for the field goal. This about as short as you can get. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Niners will extend their 3rd quarter lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through and they get 3.
Moody comes back on the field after making the field goal. He's set to kick off. Washington now to return it. Now an opening past the 30. Oh, very good field position to start as the return is past the 40. The home team's offense back onto the field for their next possession. They're in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. He'll get this out to the left flat, and he will not get away. Terrific open field tackle gets him down behind the line.
Man, what a big-time play here by the corner. It feels like he knew that play was coming before the ball was even snapped. You can see he sticks his foot in the ground and bursts. He ends that play before it even has a chance to get started.
Play action. Tagovailoa. That's to the left side and taken in by Smith.
This is a great example of why teams want to stay out of what they call passing downs, where a defense doesn't have to honor the run. In this case, they do, and man, the play-action pass just works off of that and can really lead to some chunk plays.
They'll come up to 3rd and 3. Off play action, it's Tua. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
And barring an aggressive decision here on 4th down, it just seemed like a really wasted possession to go 3 and out, not able to pick up a single 1st down. Not only do you not able to gain any field position advantage, it really takes a lot of the wind out of your sails as you find yourself jogging off the field and the punt team coming on.
49ers offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. Here's 1st and 10. Back near the goal line. It's Purdy. Oh, and a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass he'll say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up 2nd down. Isaac Guerrero, the intended target, coming out of the backfield. It's 2nd down. Purdy now back near his goal line. Fine work defensively. That's going to be knocked away and go down as an incomplete. He was trying to hook up with Deebo Samuel that time, and it'll be 3rd down.
Well, that's 2 straight plays now where this secondary has won their matchup, and right now the offense needs to find some plays that just call for easy completions. Get your wide receivers in space. Allow them to run after the catch, because right now these downfield passes, the defense is all over.
He finds his big receiver, that's Jennings. And he's taken down up past the 35.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for 1st and 10. They'll give it to Guerrero. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. Second and 7. On the handoff, it's Taylor. And he is going to be stuffed well behind the line of scrimmage. That play going absolutely nowhere.
You have to wonder if next time, does the play caller give his quarterback some options to check out of this play? It was clear before the ball was snapped, this was not a great look for that play call, and you can see the end result.
They'll motion over Samuel. On third down, it's Purdy. That's into the hands of Pearsall on the right side.
We see teams more and more throw the ball short of the sticks on third down, really for two reasons. One, they're confident that they can pick up the first down with yards after the catch. Two, teams' willingness to go for it on fourth down is at an all-time high.
Now, fair catch is made, and it's just inside the 15-yard line. The home team's offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Hill brought in motion. On play action, it's Tagovailoa. That is complete to Creighton. And it'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line.
And up until this point, we haven't seen a lot go their way, but here in the third quarter, they're starting to find some plays. They're starting to get some opportunities. Just got to ask yourself if it's too little, too late.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They put a receiver in motion to the left. Fake the handoff. Now, Tua. Off he goes. Can't beat those legs. 13-yard pickup. A scramble leads to a first down.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the first down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
On first down, Tagovailoa. That is incomplete.
The biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
And they get to him and finally bring him down. It will go down as a sack.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the third sack of the game. This defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Throwing is Tua. Now a screen set up for H.A.
Nice job by the defense there, stopping them short on third down. Brings up 4th, but Mike, honestly, I don't think there's much decision to be made. He's got to keep his offense out there. They need to come away with points. Find themselves down multiple scores in this one. They're going to have to maximize these possessions.
They snap it to Tua. He's got his man. It's Hill. And he's going to have a Dolphins first down. They find a way to convert on 4th and 10.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
That is caught. What a throw. Tyreek Hill. Touchdown, Dolphins. Well, they get on the board. That pads the individual stats, makes mom and dad happy, but Greg, we have seen stranger things. You never know.
Yeah, and I think the biggest thing right now, Mike, aside from the scoreboard, Oftentimes in the NFL, you learn more about your team in moments like this than you do when everything's going well. So I think this coach is paying real close attention to which one of his guys are going to continue to fight.
After the touchdown, Myers is back to put this one away. The return starts from the 5. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. On first down, here's Garendo. And he'll be brought down on what will be the final act here in this third quarter. So we are through 3. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Ball out to the 35-yard line as they come up for 1st and 10. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. A run with Garendo. Not much there, maybe a yard. Here's a 2nd and 9. One more time, it's Garendo. And he'll get this ahead. Gain of about 4, and it leads to 3rd down. They bring a tight end in motion left. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. Purdy to Kittle for the Niners' 1st down.
I know, I'm biased. But listen, you can't convince me, Mike, that there's a better option on the field, especially when you got a guy like this, then on 3rd down or critical moments. That's where the ball needs to go. The size, the speed, the matchup problems that he creates. If I was in a critical situation, there is no doubt where I'm going with the ball.
Purdy gonna give this to Garendo. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
Here's a case of an offense just piling on. You're really imposing your will on the defense. Everyone in the stadium knows you're going to run it. The defense knows it, you know it. And no matter what they do, they have no answers whatsoever.
On the ground, it's Garendo. Yards are hard to come by there. They work it down to the 37-yard line. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. They'll send a tight end in motion. Here comes Garendo. And he'll be taken down at the 25-yard line.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Throwing from the gun is Purdy. He'll go right and find his running back An enviable spot to operate from. Here's second and inches. Shotgun snap to Purdy. Open man is Jennings. And the 49ers are going to have a first and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And that throw just seems like the cherry on top of what has been an incredible day for this quarterback. And I wouldn't be surprised here late if we get to see the backup after this drive. And there's one guy in the stadium that has earned the right to stand on the sideline and relax. It's this quarterback.
And he will score again. Isaac Guerrero. Touchdown, 49ers. That is his 3rd touchdown of the afternoon. We might need a calculator before this one is done. It has been one-sided, and the route rolls on, Greg.
Absolutely, Mike, and they just keep piling on the points. I mean, this offensive play caller, he's saying it's never enough. I'm going to try to score with every possession, and we've seen him do that all game long.
On is Moody to add the extra point. He's got it. And the 49ers will add one more onto their big lead. So, following that touchdown, Moody is back out to kick it off. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins offense ready to get back at it. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with first down. From the gun, here's Tua. To the left side, in the hands of Hill. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
The drag route is certainly not the most complicated route on the route tree, but a really nice job there using the scheme to create separation. He did a really nice job there working across the middle of the field as he made himself open.
Someone up front moves early. Can't continue to make these mistakes if you're trying to mount a big comeback. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tagovailoa. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This has really been the story of this entire game, Mike. I mean, this pass rush has had the advantage over the offense pretty much from the jump, and they've already recorded a couple of sacks, a handful of close calls, and it's the pressure in the backfield is why this team finds themselves with the lead here late in this ballgame.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. And that is not going to work. Incomplete, and they turn it over on downs.
You find yourself down big. It's the 4th quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
On the give, this is Taylor. And that one not going to net too much. He'll get this down to the 31. Here's 2nd and 9. They need to get to the 22, but now face 3rd down. So Jake Moody now out for the field goal. This from 40 yards out. 3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the 49ers will add to their lead here in the 4th quarter. So the mistake there, the roughing call on the field goal, they'll take the 3 points off the board, keep possession of the ball, and have it 1st down. Out of the gun, here's Purdy. This throw left side, caught by Kittle. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. On 2nd down, Purdy. This one is complete along the sideline. A very nice job to fit that ball in. It'll be a modest gain.
The best guys I've been around, Mike, they have a sense where they can see the ball, but they can feel the sideline. And that's kind of an innate sense that these guys have that allows them to concentrate and secure the catch and ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
They'll try to run this one in. And he's got another one. Isaac Guerrero. Touchdown, San Francisco. Make it 4 touchdowns for him on the afternoon. Greg, in the end zone again, I'm running out of different ways to say touchdown. They're doing it so often here today.
Mike, some offensive play callers, once they get the lead, it's just milk the clock and let's get out with a win. But not this coach. He is trying to score every single time they possess the ball.
Moody now for the extra point. He's got it. And the 49ers stretch things out even further. So, following that touchdown, Moody is back out to kick it off. Washington now to return it. And they will finally get him down, but he gets all the way close to the 40-yard line. The home team's offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Now Tua. To the outside, he's got Smith. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
And he's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst-case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down. Instead, he retreats backwards and leads to a massive loss.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. A shotgun snap for Tua. And that is incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Now, fair catch called, and he's going to take it out beyond the 25-yard line. The Niners offense, and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And as we look at the highlights, you see it's been tough to stop him here today. Couple of touchdowns in this ball game. He has, without a doubt, been the driving force in this offense so far. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. They'll run. Here's Garenda. He'll be brought down after a short pickup. To about the 29. So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. And he will pick it up. Let's give him a first down up to the 37-yard line.
I think at this point, Mike, he doesn't care whether they hand it to him, throw it to him. He just wants to be the guy with the ball in his hand when his team needs a big play. And he came through there with a big first.
Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And not a whole lot going to come from that one. Going to about the 39. On the handoff, it's Garenda. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard, but that's it. Third and 6. So, a win here for our visitors, the 49ers. They got out of the gates hot, ran out to the big first quarter lead, and did not look back as they cruise in this one. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.